Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine. So, today we are going to read about your poem, The Voice of the Rain. This poem is written by Walt Whitman, and Mr. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist, and Whitman is among the most influential poets and is often called as father of free verse. Free verse means to say the poetry that has no rhyming specifically or anything like that. No rhythm is there in the proper sequence. It is like free lines written, so in the free form it is written, so he is considered as the father of free verses also. And this poem, The Voice of the Rain, actually this poem is a conversation between the poet and the falling raindrops, and he questions the raindrops that who are you, and surprisingly he get the answer from the raindrops also. The raindrops say that we are the poem of the earth. So the raindrops goes on describing that how it rises as vapor out of earth, or out of land and sea, and rises up to heaven in the form of clouds, then clouds changes into rain and fall on earth and quenches the thirst of the land. So in this way, how the raindrops are helpful in germination of seed and changing them into a complete plant, etc. So this is a conversation, basically this is a conversation, this poem is a conversation between the poet and the raindrops. And so the poem starts as, "And who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, give me an answer, as here translated." And the poem starts as the poet questioning the soft falling raindrops. The poet was questioning to the raindrops that who are you. He is asking from the raindrops that who are you, and surprisingly the shower of the, you can say, rain or the raindrops replies and introduce itself to the poet. And the voice of the rain says that it is the poetry of earth, we are the poetry of earth, or I am the poetry of earth. So you can say the voice replies like this: I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. So rain replies like that, that I am the song of earth or the voice of the earth. Voice, here you can see the writer is using personification here, as you might, you can say, might guess from here that we use the word sound for the non-living things. You can say, but the for the raindrops we should use sound, but instead of using sound, poet is using voice. So basically, poet is considering rain as a, or poet is giving the qualities of a living thing to a non-living thing. This is known as personification. So personification is being used by the poet here. The next is, eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the earth and the bottomless sea. Now rain is again replying to the poet that she rises out of the land and the bottomless sea, and it reaches the blue sky from in the form of vapors, etc. So rain is describing basically that you can say, I originate from the land. The water that is present on land and in the bottomless sea, that water evaporates. So next line is, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed the all together changed and yet the same. So now again, raindrops or water vapor, you can say water drops, are saying that we rise up in the heaven, means to say the water vapors rise upward, as we all know the water cycle. So firstly evaporation takes place, then condensation takes place and clouds are formed, and then finally precipitation takes place and rainfall on the ground. So that process goes on repeating in the nature, that is known as the water cycle also, that we have studied in your science, in your lower classes. So similarly the rain is replying now, actually, because this is a poem. So rain itself is telling that what happens, that I rises upward in the form of vapors, and altogether change, means to say at you can say in the sky we change, we become, you can say, we condense together, we make clusters, we make clouds there, and you can say then water vapor changes again into solid form, they condense, but changed and yet same. But if you know that if you can say, if we guess here, the nature of water remains the same, means the vapors are changing into the liquid form. No doubt the physical state of water is being changed here, the vapors are changing into the, you can say, liquid form, but if we check the composition, the water is remaining water actually, means there are, you can say, if we check the chemical composition of water, like water is H2, a molecule of H2 is known as water. So if it is present in either in vapor form, or it is in liquid form, or it is in frozen form, water remains water. So the rain is saying that although my states are being changed, I am changing from vapors to clouds or in the condensed form here, but I am the same. Yet the same means I am the same. I am as, you can say, like I am a water. I descend to the lave and lay the draughts atomies dust layers of the globe. Lave means to say wash, to wash, and atomies tiny particles. So the rain is now saying that I descend to lave draughts atomies dust layers of the globe. So the rain is saying that I, you can say, I fall on the earth and I quench the thrust of the earth. Quench means to say fulfill or stop the thrust of the earth, and I washes the dry particles, dry tiny particles, and the dust layers of the globe. So the rain is saying that I, you can say, wash each and everything on present on the earth, then, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. Latent means to say hidden, hidden inside the earth, embedded. So like this, so rain is saying that without me all the seeds are just embedded inside the earth, or latent or hidden inside the earth. They are, you can say, they can germinate only when I fall on them. They are unborn without me, they can't, you can say, grow without me. So rain is saying that I am responsible for sprouting of the seeds and for, you can say, germination of the seeds. So they will remain like hidden without me, and I am responsible for, you can say, changing them into plants. And forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin. So life to my own origin means to say, the rain is saying that day and night I, you can say, I give back life to my own origin, means rain is saying that I am responsible for my own origin, means this is a continuous and endless process. And you can say, as we all know, water cycle keeps on repeating only because rain falls and again the lakes and ponds get filled with water, and again because of the heat of sun, that water evaporates and then finally condenses and then precipitates, again rain falls. So rain is saying that, raindrops are saying that I am responsible for my own origin, means nobody, you can say, nobody else than me is responsible for this rain. I am own responsible for my region. Firstly I land on, you can say, earth, then I evaporate, then I condense, then I again precipitates in the form of raindrops. So this cycle goes on, this is a complete continuous process. And make pure and beautify it, means I make, you can say, because of my purity I purify the environment, I purify the earth and beautify the earth. So it gives life to its own source of beginning and washes all impurities. So last lines, the separately written in the bracket, so lines is, for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering means to, so roaming here and there without any purpose, walking like wrecked and or unwrecked, duly with love returns. So the rain is like a song that goes out to accomplish its mission, and after realizing its long cherished purpose, the song settle down in the poet's heart with affection, whether someone pays attention to the song or not. So basically these two lines are separately written by the poem to describe, you can say, poet's own feelings. So what he's saying, that the rain is like a song that goes out to accomplish its mission and realizing its long cherished purpose. The song settles down in poet's heart with affection, whether someone pays attention or not, poet don't care, but poet has very much affection for the rain. So this is about your poem, The Voice of the Rain. I hope you have enjoyed this poem and try to solve the exercise given on the basis of this poem. So thanks for listening and have a nice day.